But when Thomas opened his one eye, he froze what he had said at the end of the line. There in front of him were two diesel shunters. It was faceless, covered in rust, and with the white letter and have the word of rip and scrap. Thomas stared at them. It looked exactly like Aryan birds and diesel. But what Percy says that one diesel was purple and the other green. Then he wanted to call out, but then it closed it. Thomas noticed that he has forgotten something of what Percy had said. Thomas wasn't just confused, but now he was scared. Percy was telling the truth. If the diesels has vanished somewhere in the mist, then they seemed a pair of the inside of the smelters. Then the diesels roared towards him. Thomas could see the smokebox doors was light. There was an eyes peering out from the twizzles remaining of the diesels. Suddenly, Thomas began to hear the screaming from where the diesels, and he noticed from the diesels screaming or crying for help. Thomas was surprised. He had had enough. He reversed back to the doors was closed. Thomas screaming and whistled for help in the smelters. Thomas looked and stared. He looked at the diesels are gone and the doors from the smelters. His crew came back. Thomas backed down to the smelters and went pale about what he saw. Later on, Percy and Toby were resting at Tidmouth Station when they saw Thomas backing down in the sheds. Toby froze. He was expecting if Thomas's face went pale, of course, but Toby noticed as about Thomas that he saw something during the night. Toby asked. Before Thomas could say anything, he looked at Toby so worried, and so as Toby was worried, so you take a deep breath and tell him everything, Toby questioned. Thomas and Toby were silent, and that Percy knew that what Thomas said. Percy said that suddenly when Thomas backed down, Percy and Toby had been asleep. But Thomas stayed awake. However, still shaken over what happened at the smelters, Thomas has learned the truth. The two diesels had vanished from the other night. He knew he had to tell the engines the next day. Well, no one noticed about the two diesels had vanished somewhere in the mist. Don't you?